Farm up a little bit, we'll see if we can get a gank. And Invictus Gaming focus primarily on taking out the tier 1 towers and restricting the Dread Ranger's farm space. Because I can tell you right now, if you give 10 minutes of space for Black to farm up, and he doesn't get really, really pressured, the game is basically, I'm not going to say done, the range will be exactly where she used to be. And Earthshake will be the final selection. That's to keep IG out. That's the primary control job of Earthshaker. Not to mention with the Big Chen army, if IG try and breach high ground early, you can just drop the slam.
Yeah, I like both these refs. I think it can go either way. It's really going to come down to the Chen pressure early, like you said, and how much they can stop Drow from getting farm. But even if she does get a lot of farm early, as long as they're kind of trading equally and they get fast blinks on both Panda and Barrier can do a lot of work this game.
Have a quick pause. So, laning wise, let's run through this so we can get ourselves a bit of a feel for it all. So we'll be Super taking up the role as the Viper, Wraithband early, so that'll be a mid-solo him. Ice with a set of tangos, a salve, and a stout shield and 135 gold spare. That will more than likely be an off-lane Lycan, which then puts Black into the safe lane. He also went Wraithband and Tango, so maybe they might mix it up a little bit. FY, the Visage, and that leaves Fenrir as the Earthshaker with a very, very cool totem. Whatever the hell that totem. It's a genuine golden gravel maw. He's got 96 fissure stuns with this little sucker. They're going to come into the high ground. Now, they're worried about this, but they move as 5. And they're going to find one too. June, they need the fissure. They need a fissure to actually block him off right now, but he's already in a Firefly. This will actually make it a little bit more difficult for June to at least have some lane presence because he won't have sticky napalm. And he just hides on the cliff point. So they don't see him coming down. They kind of know he's there, and then finally they get an attack into him.
He's trying to scout for their ward placement with his Firefly vision, so that's why they're waiting to place the sentry.
They're taking out the tree and throwing it up on the high ground. And he can't scout for that for a little bit. And then they block up the other one. Yeah, there is no stacking. Chorn, even actually having observables, even if they remove... oh, is that in range?
That's actually so close I can't tell. It's right on the line. I think it is. They need the Firefly to check it. Which he's already bought.
I'm going to try and use perspective camera. I can't zoom. No. It really looks 100% on the line. He'll at least find the one on the first camp. Actually, he's got double with that. He actually managed to pick up the Observer Ward. I was about to say, with that Observer Ward, he wouldn't be able, with the Sentry Warding, dewarding, he wouldn't be able to get rid of the Observer Ward and the Sentry. So they're actually able to get rid of
them. Yeah, that was kind of a weird spot for the Obs, because you'd think that he would Sentry Ward that camp if he bought. He got Monk Golems. After that successful D-Ward, it's so depressing when that happens.
Poor little guy. The Hal bonus damage on FY means that with Grave Chill, he can just zone out June. This one I wasn't as sure about, like the Batrider selection. I can understand the logic for it, but I don't see him having any kind of presence in the lane. Just because of the buff up. It's really difficult to battle.
That's true. We also saw like the Viper versus Panda mid matchup already, and how that went last time, and that was without having Howl, so if it goes similar to last time, that will not be good. But I think Ferrari will do a little better this time. I think he just had kind of a bad game. Everything was not working out well for him.
June's got one big thing going for him, and that's the fact that the Sentry Wards were all expended doing the blocks. Which means they can't get rid of this.
Huge.
They can't get rid of the Observer while they're doing the pull. So Black's having some real trouble throttling this lane up against the Batrider, allowing him now to get 2 levels. The downside though is Batrider can't contest all the stacks and leech the experience. Yeah, the piece just come up from Fenrir saying that camp is blocked. Which means VG Gaming, they have to be very up in the face of June. They can't just hold back. They must be attacking directly.
Yeah, he's gonna get a lot if they don't buy more Sentry Wards. I think they might check to see if it's blocked again and then buy them, but they really need to get some Sentry Wards and get rid of that. Because they should assume it's an Observer Ward block, just because usually that's what the Alpha Laner has.
Yeah. They're actually stacking elsewhere. Fenrir just did a double stack of Alpha Wolves and Centaurs. So he did the other camp. And Dread Ranger can kite that out quite nicely. The beautiful thing about Cold Arrows. When they get up into high levels. Now, Eyesight Science on this offlane Lycan, it's I do not recall. My brain has no flagging memory of the last time I saw an off-lane Lycan. How is he meant to play this lane?
I mean, he's against the Death Prophet and Rasta, so he's really not in that much danger as long as the Chen isn't there. And they have, like... They don't really have vision on him, but he would... I mean, he's just been doing it. He's just been pulling the creeps back behind the tower and farming. He's doing fine. He's actually doing great. It's mainly, like, the main purpose of it is just to howl your teammates, obviously, and give them the extra lane presence, like you were saying before. So as long as he's doing that, he's doing his job. If he's getting this much farm, then he's really happy. They're drawing a gank pattern, or they're trying to decide where they want to go. Looks like they're going on mid. They have a net creep and Rasta level 2 on Rasta, level 3 on Chen. It's a lot of burst damage.
Super
if they get this net, he should die.
Now. The Troll Trap is going to get him. Ferrari with the clamp. This should be the first blood going the way here of Invictus Gaming. With the clamp, with the nuke. He'll get his stick charges off. But the damage into Chorn also not going to be enough. 1-0 in favor of Invictus Gaming. The first rotation out from Chen being a successful one. And Ferrari finally getting some more space here in this mid lane.
Yeah, if you get like level damage like this on Viper, it's really bad.
I thought for a moment he found the stacks. He walks out of the jungle with level 4. I don't know if those camps were those camps stacked up.
I don't think it was, because he just stacked. Actually, it might have been stacked once. He stacked that once, and then I think he might have stacked that once.
Which means Tune now has got himself some really good experience and gold from that. On the back of actually getting the mid kill. And so far, Lycan, not really a presence anywhere else. Like, he's just sitting up here on the top lane. He's holding onto the Howl until there's a really good chance to kill off somebody. With the double damage in the Visage, on the Visage. They're hoping to catch someone on this bottom lane, but Jude's backed up all the way. But at the same time, I suppose I should still go back to what I said before. You have a Drow Ranger free farming. And it's a Drow Ranger who did buy a Wraith Band early on, probably expecting a little bit more damage coming the way of Black. But he's going to build into a Hand of Midas as his first item here. So let's just rush the levels. Which means also when Chen comes in to try and gank up, it won't be as successful. He'll lose one of these creeps at the start of almost every single fight. Are they trying to bait middle lane? There's Howl damage which can come out from Super. He's not level 6 yet, so they can't kill Ferrari. At the same time, Ferrari's also going to get closer and closer to level 6. Which means that gank's not going to work unless they get like the perma stun. Which a fissure really isn't enough for that.
Denied.
No. So down the bottom lane. Got a movement coming out from FY. Seeing June in the corner. And they might be able to get a kill. Oh, no, he's already got the Firefly up. But see, if they can gust him before he's able to get the Firefly straight up, they could slow him down and pump in enough damage to kill him off. But they won't find that opening. The Firefly gets burnt. AKA he can't use it anymore to farm up at all. And Super still being very over-aggressive on Ferrari. Fenrir hasn't budged in like a minute now. He's just sitting here in mid lane. While the Wolves are watching Chuan as well as Chisbug move themselves down towards that bottom lane area. Chuan needs a little bit more life points. Yeah, they're going to smoke up. The Wolves are right behind him. They saw the smoke coming. That's why FY is just standing here right in front of on the high ground. So when they came up, he'll be able to reveal them. But because June's making his move up, they're realizing they're going to bail out of here. The Wolves will pass out. That should have been flagged by IG. Because you can see the corpses of them. Now, Super being initiated on. The Fissure already being used by Fenrir as well. And Super really going to try and back up. He gets the ulti off on the Shadow Shaman, which means if Hershey gets just one attack in, he'll get the kill right now. Chisbug, the TP back to base. He's actually going to survive through that damage. While the Viper has already gone down. Set a blast into Fenrir. One last Fissure. But it doesn't affect Chuan, who can keep attacking through the tree line. The Ferrari with the haste room moving very, very quickly. Now over towards FY. The haste room will wear off, which means a grave chill from FY will allow him to escape from Ferrari. But he's a little concerned about what the Clap is capable of doing, though. So he just kept running it out. But a good engagement for IG. Now they're 3-1. And FY, oh man.
Turned around.
He actually went back into that. Now he's going to get stunned up and killed off by Ferrari. Looks like in the meantime, we got Chen being chased down by Lycan Wolves. Super came in to help him off. The Wolves, they're trying to get in front of Chuan, as Chuan's looking to deny himself up to Roshan. Attacks the big man, and he actually kills himself to Roshan. And Black, well, he's battling on Ferrari. There's been a quick send-up on Super. That was the end of Ferrari's ultimate. But Black, this can be a bigger kill if he can claim this one. It pushes the Drow Ranger even further ahead. The Viper will take the kill. That'll go towards the mech build for him. But the Drow range is now up to level 7, running a hand of Midas. So we get 2-4. But the Brewmaster does go down.
That fight, like, VG mid played it really well with that fissure, but that haste rune on Panda just decimated them anyways. He was able to like continue diving even after he got a really good fissure block. Both June and Chisba got away with like 1 hit each. I mean, that could have gone horribly for IG. Those are just those fights where it's so close. If like a little bit like went different, it could have changed the course of the game. But I mean, it still was pretty even overall, especially since Panda uses ult and died for the Visage. Oh, he also went power treads instead of going for blink. He was like at 1300 saved up, and he's just gonna go for a more tanky build and try and fight early.
He's gonna try and find super at the moment. Fissure gotta buy some space, but it's actually gonna lock him in. June, he's gonna Firefly over, but then with the Drone Ranger arrows, with the Viper Strike damage already, he'll be able to get a revenge kill into the Batrider as Fenrir runs himself away. 4 heroes coming down to try and fight this one. Should also flag the fact that Lycan, now he's got a lot more space up on this top lane, sitting at 2.1k in the net worth. Not too shabby. And FY is given space in the bottom lane to find his level 6, while Black will farm up the infamous Mud Golems. But he's up to 1,000 gold now too, so he can finish up his treads and get them out to him.
Oh, Fenrir's in trouble here. Oh.
The Fissure won't save him. There's support coming over from the side, but FY, he'll have to Grave Shield Ferrari and then keep him away. That'll allow Fenrir to get himself into the tree line, the Troll Trap, unable to get in range.
Chuan doesn't have a nuke.
Chuan, nuke. Oh, some minimal damage. 7 life points he survives on. The Troll's trying to come in to catch out Fenrir. He traps up FY. Fenrir, juke it. Ah, finishes it.
Oh my lord.
19 life points, he'll survive. He will not go down. No. FY is saving his teammate, and I can't believe it, because it was the potential damage. It's 100 to 200. And Chuan, 7 more points is all he needed in that. And I'm fairly certain that was like the minimal 100 damage. Chistbug, Viper Strike, he's dead to middle lane. The damage output from Super is more than enough to do that before a TP can be completed.
Especially with Hell.
Yep.
Top's getting dove low. He does have a Midas. Last was also up, so he can't chase that.
Without the Blink Dagger, he can't get... Oh, ice. He stops to farm for a moment. With the Exorcism down too, it's a little bit of a concern, but they can't run in.
Viper just picked up Haste Rune. He's running at top.
Well, they can have a crack.
They have no vision of...
Firefly's going to wear off. The Lure is maybe going to be their primary target. It's the one they really want to kill off, but there's no Viper Strike. But what there is the Wolves. There's actually the Bishop blocked him in perfectly. He'll cut through the tree line, but there's already too much damage taken. With the Nether Toxin, the Wolves right behind him. Luo will go down the top lane. They go 5-5 now. And Familiars are up on the bottom lane too. So we should flank the fact that with a 3 level up in Black's aura, these tier 1 towers now going to be hunted by birds. They're going for bottom lane. They clamp in, but the gust from Black and making it so Ferrari can't follow up in. He just runs towards the front lines and then just gusted and has to wait.
I'm really curious about those boots. He really needed that Blink Dagger, like, really badly. Those are so important in this game, both on Bat and Panda. Because to, like, jump the Drow, any of those heroes, honestly, except for the Lycan. I mean, once the Bat gets his Blink, then kill the Lycan too, but to jump the Drow and Viper, I mean, now Viper has mech, so it's really difficult. But if you can finish your Blink and, like, kill the Viper some or the Drow before they get their, like, tanky items up, or their ability to escape, then that can make a huge difference to the course of the game.
Black, get away, move away. He's got Gust, and he might want to consider using it on Ferrari. There's no split available, but the Birds are now going to come in. Just watch Ferrari leave. Escorting him off the premises. While up on top lane, Super's looking to dive, and they're going to just straight go on him. There's Exorcism, and he triggers it. This could be a big waste. He's going to die before it does any kind of damage. Ferrari gets instantly fissured as he arrives. So there's no straight clamp into Super. The Drunken Haze will slow him down, however, but there is still mech available. Ice got the walls in the back of him. Super triggers the mech. The Shackles will be there, and actually send Ice up into the air. More support's coming in. Chuan trying to keep Fenrir out of this fight. At Super, he's almost got the damage to Chistbug. The Wolf should be able to finish the job. Now Hand of God, though. Chuan up at level 6. Chistbug, he will survive for the moment. But with all of this, I suppose Black, he's not really farming up, but he did finish up his Blink Dagger 12 minutes into the game. And that's still a 1-1 trade-off of Viper for a Death Prophet, who did also use Exorcism. So there's no pushing power coming up from that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, when Deathwalker gets shut down like this early, it's, I mean, really bad, especially seeing when this Midas build. He has like no HP, no real way to escape. He's relying on his teammates to sort of save him, but he's always getting dove by himself. They need to really like stick together and have someone with him at all times. He needs to get this 11. They need to take Roshan with like the TPL or roster words and Chen, and then just start trying to like 5-minute take some fights. The only problem is,
Drover can just solo kill the Bat Rider while the tier 1 tower gets destroyed up. Chen will take one, Earthshaker takes the other, and Fenrir will lose his life in the mid. But the fact they just fed a solo kill to Black, he's hit level 11. It's a level 2 ulti, he rushed the Blink Dagger, so he's capable of either chasing or escaping. And with a level 2 ultimate, him bringing down towers is so easy to do. Especially when you got familiars up on the top lane. They're actually going to take the tier 1 tower up on the top lane too. There was Howl as well as the Dro Aura turned on.
Are they? They're trying to set up the push bot, and Fenrir's just going to camp behind Black to help protect them. I mean, June is so behind. If you have a bat and he doesn't have like, he's not even really that close to a Blink Dagger at this point. That's just, you can't have that happen against this type of lineup because they need to be applying pressure right now. Black is getting way too much, and like you said, if he gets really ahead like this, he's going to be a really big problem later in the game.
The problem for June majorly is the fact that Sean has to take all the resources of the jungle. So he's incapable of farming up the Blink Dagger. Now he comes up to top lane, but it's a Bat Rider versus a Lycan, who is probably a hell of a lot more powerful. You don't know when the familiar birds are going to come in, which they are. And they'll scout out all of IG moving in. The Clamp, a lot of damage into Fenrir. He won't be able to turn in time. Familiars drop down. Able to get a full stun off here. I think Black is considering going in. Super was definitely pinging it out. FY sitting on the side and Super moves forward. Just as the Familiars are about to come back up again. They'll have to back up. So they only get the Earthshaker for a full team movement to try and find a kill. Maybe they can take the tier 1 tower as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Lycan's getting free farm top as well, and pushing it pretty hard.
Radiant's bottom tower
Only have the help from the Familiars here. He's holding on to his Howl for the moment. And speak of which, Familiars now will arrive. June, well, he's had a long way, and well, Howl is up, and June is down. That's the only way this will ever end. Soul Assumption damage, they can mop up the rest of the creep wave. If they can keep that catapult alive, which they can't, I'd say they could push the tier 2 tower. While IG, they're going to look towards the tier 1 tower in middle lane. There's no creep wave for them, but they can just battle. There's no backdoor regeneration. The only thing they could get is the fortification forced out. But they've lost their tier 2 tower on the top lane. Fortification or no fortification, that tower is gone. While Luo, with his exorcism, is trying to force the tier 2 tower in the bottom lane. With massive mods, okay, it's full commitment to this. Does VG Gaming try and TP themselves back and defend?
No way. They don't have the type of lineups that can really TP into towers like that and defend. And if you ever play against a team and they commit raw swords and DPL to a tower, I think you just give up that tower 99% of the time. Ferrari, they're all pinging him out. They want to try and get him here. I think they need the Gust.
They need Gust, and they also need that Fissure to connect. However, Familiars, first drop, second drop, and now the Gust can actually silence him up, but a lot of support came in from Invictus Gaming. Shackles over on Super. He'll get his main charge off, and Chuan, the Familiars are focusing him down the back lines, and the Viper Strike onto the Shadow Shaman. The Wolves, as well as Familiars, are trying to make sure that Chisberg, he will go down right now as the birds are moving forward. The blink back by June, the jump in by Ferrari, however, picking up the Earthshaker. So it's at this point a 2 for 2. Ice, no ultimate available. The Gust comes in from Black, and he's looking to slow down Ferrari, keeping him silent, and there's no mana for his ultimate. The familiar birds are still sticking with it. The extra is done, but this army from Chuan is causing so many problems. But they will disengage now. Maybe the Wolves can catch out June.
Yeah, they're not gonna kill him, but he's just annoying him. Like, playing a support against this type of lineup is so frustrating. Chuan got melted in like 2 seconds. That was with him getting his ult off, and then they just click their summons on the Rasta, and he can't do anything. I mean, they really need like to try and kill off the birds and the wolves. Is like weird as that sounds. If you're not being focused by them, the more tanky heroes need to turn and try and kill them off, especially if they can death roll ult it. Once they're gets 16, they'll be able to kill the summons off a little bit better, which is really important to protecting the supports.
Battle in middle lane's about to begin.
They're
Ferrari
just gonna deny it now.
just setting himself in 1-by-1. Death Prophet will end up getting their kill on the tower. And well, jump is over an FY. Familiars, 1 drop, 2 drop. They got the guts as well. Black gonna pump this damage in. The evasion helping him off, and Ferrari just goes for the split. The silence over on Fenry. He'll never get that Echo Slam off. He's in a nice position for it, however. But FY up, 10 stick charges, the mech charge as well. Turns with the soul surge and damage. She's just killing him for creep instead. Ferrari with a double kill right now. Super trapped up. The gust will come, but the ultimate from Death Prophet doing all the work. The tier 2 tower will drop in the middle lane. At the same time, Ice having nothing to do with it, looking to force out the tier 3 tower on the top.
Yeah, he can't really do much there. They just got picked off, and I think Super thought that Yules was actually the Panda's Yules, and then he got caught by the...
Oh, lasso, they got Fenrir. Black trying to come in, slowing down June with the gust. The Echo Slam trying to slow him down too. Ferrari, yes, she got caught by that silence. And now with no split, maybe Black can do the damage if he can stop getting the drug controller charges. He also needs that space to keep that ulti up. Black blink away. Maybe he doesn't. He stays in range with Super. They have to clean up the Mass Serpent wards here in the mid lane. That's easy, easy money. While up on the top lane, the tier 3 tower is brought down to half-life. So both teams getting the same amount of damage in towards the tier 3 towers of their enemies.
Dire's bottom tower has
Radiant
fallen.
tower, or Radiant got the tower bottom as well for that. Still in favor of IG, I think. I would have liked to see them save Raw Swords if possible so they could take Roshan or contest it more evenly, because they don't have Death Off at all now.
I don't think they got time for this.
I think VG's got this really easily, actually. They can't fight without Death Prophet and Pandal, and they know they're down for a little bit longer. They got 30 seconds on both, and they have Hal. Like, they're just... yeah, they melt it.
Nice and quick. Nice and quick.
That was huge, actually. I think IG was a little too overeager there in that mid-fight, and they just need to back off and try and contest that Roshan S5. Even though they killed it that quickly, I don't think that VG could have done that, like, under the pressure of a Bat Rider. So... they just weren't in position to defend that, though. They needed to be ready before they were there, obviously, because they killed it in 5 seconds.
Well, looks like IG are coming out to fight again. They might try and force the mid lane. Because at the moment, you got FY backing up. This guy has now finished up his Aghanim Scepter. So we're going to have Aghanim's Familiars. Does he actually have Familiars on the field right now?
I believe they died, but
yeah.
So he's waiting for them to resummon.
So he just resummons instantly then. Yep, there it is. So we have a level 4 Drone Ranger aura with only level 1, really? Okay.
Or level 1 familiar.
Okay, maybe not that great, but they're still gonna have both, like, you got Hal, you got the Dro aura, and now you got 3 of the suckers. So I think the damage increase you get from that's going to be more than enough. Lycan and Wolves are causing problems on the bottom lane. They're watching Luo, but Ferrari jumps in, double on the clap, and then instantly into the split. Before Black can do anything, now he's going to get last through the fissure. Not making this easy, but the new kitch. Both Chuan as well as Chisbug able to get the combination off, and now they hold Super in position. The buyback has to come out from the Drone Ranger. TPing up, actually went to the tier 2 tower for the top lane. Now Ice. The ultimate comes in. He kills off Chisbug. Super on the sidelines already. The Aegis Immortal will be expanded, and the Echo Slam out from Fenrir. Not enough damage, especially when it's being repaired up by the hand of God. Luo will finally go down. As they still are fighting underneath these Mass Serpent Wards. VG Gaming, they want Ferrari, they won't get him. He TP's out in time. Black was trying to pummel him down. Now Super will mop up these Mass Serpent Wards. Chorn will escape out the bottom lane. They got a buyback on the Drone Ranger, but I got a funny feeling that the damage output that VG Gaming can still do, even though, like, there's money wasted on the Drone Ranger, they can still take the tier 2 tower in mid.
Oh yeah, for sure. But once again, even though they had to use buyback, they burned Death Prophet ult, so even though she responds in 20 seconds, IG's fight is so weak until that ult comes back up. They don't have Pandal either. Yeah. All their ults are down. IG has to fight around their ultimates. They could even like pressure high ground, I think, if they so choose. They might just they're gonna rotate bot and get the tier 2 instead, though, which I think they can also get for free essentially. They're just trying to open up the map so Lycan can split push more effectively and try and like create space, because they don't really want it. I don't think they should have won that team fight. The Echo Slam was really good, and they Death Prophet overextended a little bit too much. She needs to play more defensively. Yeah.
They're coming.
Oh,
Blink out, but he never got the hit on Super. The vision now. June's in a lot of trouble. Familiar Birds are already in the midst of it all, and they're going to back him up. The stun's over on Chuan. He can't help him out. There's no mech. There's no Hand of God. Ice will go down, however, as it seems a lot of damage from Ferrari. Going to work. The Viper Strike out. Ferrari just trying to slow him down. Where is this Drone Ranger? Black is just bailed. He doesn't want anything to do with this.
Yeah,
they send the familiars to push in the middle lane, and they bail out saying, you know what, you're acceptable casualties of war.
Well, I keep saying I don't think they can fight, but I'm not really thinking like about how strong Panda is against their heroes, even when he doesn't have his ult up. That Drunken Haze, like if he gets that on Drow or Viper, those heroes essentially do nothing. So he can counter like both of them if he just keeps like throwing them around on people. And then if he has his ult as well with Ags, he's gonna be able to like just put like Drunken Haze on one, Yule's the other one, and he can shut down like all their damage essentially. So that's why if they can kill off the illusions, or not the illusions, the summons, like of the Visage Familiars and the Wolves, and then Yule's and like Drunken Haze, the other heroes, the damage output on VG is actually incredibly low. They don't really have anything besides the right click.
F1's revealing himself up on that top lane. I'm waiting for this Drow aura to turn on. These bursts just a solo kill up June. He's got Blink and Force Staff away. And the bursts do still have their drop. Now the Blink lasso. Bird's right in the back, moving Force Staff down, and then the Crypt Swarm damage. He's got, well, Bird dropped down, has to get Ferrari as well as Chistbug. But he also lost one of his birds in the middle of that. And he's probably going to lose the other ones. IG are just camping it, and with the Firefly, they keep the vision up too. So all familiars have dropped. Ice going for what I believe is just going to be a counter push up mid lane. And
I'm pretty sure they just go for high ground here.
You're talking about IG going high ground?
Yeah, they're just going to ult it and drop wards on it. They're so close to 69 Death Rover though. That's actually a huge difference. They do have Ag Scepter on Shadow Shaman. They're actually following Ice middle right now. Like they're just running at him.
Well, I
think they're anticipating his path.
Once they realize those two heroes are there, which they do, the Observer Ward sees Ferrari.
Chizbug sees him though. He's trying to decide what he wants to do. He's like pretending like he's not interested, but he does have teammates around, so.
They can't catch up to him. Even if Ferrari blinks to clap, you just have the Lycan ulti go before another stun can follow up.
They needed the Bat Rider, and they were trying to rotate him in, but I think they thought that Isis was going to either go farm Ancients or walk out towards the Panda, and they were hoping Back would catch him, but he just like turned around and ran through mid, so they kind of had to give up.
Luo's
Alright, so 16 on DP. Yeah.
Able to crack the 69 points into that level. And with a VIP booster as well. Once the heart's up and running. Actually, I don't even think then it's going to be difficult to kill off the Death Prophet. For all the life points she gets, the damage output from VG Gaming is still very, very scary.
Yeah, if they get their, like, all their damage dealers hitting him, he's going to die. But the thing is, IG needs to make sure they don't allow that to happen. I mean, they have lots of tools to deal with it. They just have to make sure they're in proper positions to utilize it. I mean, Panda has Ags now, too. That's pretty big, because he can be Drunken Hazing during his ult, and clapping, obviously, but Drunken Haze is so strong. The thing is, Black has Manta now. They still don't have Blink on Earthshaker. They really need that BKB up. Okay, they're going forward for this. This is an Ags ult.
Jumping by Ferrari, goes on super. There's a quick silence. The Fissure stopping Ferrari for the moment. The lasso open on his size, but he's in Warfall with the BKB up. They're going to try and fight this. Echo Slam will drop, but no one's dead just yet. The Hand of God healing everybody up. Super stunned up again. Now he'll trigger up his mech. Black needs a little bit more space. Did he almost kill off all the Brewlings? These are just they got the Earth and the Storm on left. Vibe to strike. Luo's going to go down. This makes it a lot more easier for VG Game to try and fight this one, even though they've lost their range racks. That melee still alive. Ferrari back to his normal self. The cold arrow is slowing him down. He's able to evade a little bit here. Goes in for a clamp. Fenrir, totem stop. It's even too late. They've already got the kill on him. But the mid ranks goes down. IG throw their lives in order to do that. But what they do achieve is a full mid ranks advantage. I still don't think that's enough to win though, because the Lycan counter push with the Drone Ranger, that's just able to destroy you completely. Once Dro's able to get a little bit more items up and running. So this isn't GG with just one Rax.
Not at all. Especially since they just lost so many heroes for that. If they would have been able to do that like a little more smoothly, I think they could have done that and gotten away without losing maybe well, they would have lost someone probably, but maybe only 1 or 2 as opposed to 4. That makes a big difference. Because they still had the Ags roster wards there, so they could have fought around that a little bit better and like not overextend as much. The Panda was doing a good job at zoning out, but the Death Prophet overextended a little bit, and they don't have any force. Well, they have just the Bat Force staff, and he like was initiating, so he couldn't use it for her. They really, I would have liked to see Chuan. I don't know about the Ags pickup. I feel like, I mean, these fights are pretty drawn out, so if he does get it, he actually might be able to get 2 ults off in a fight, which will be huge. But I think like throughout more phases of the game, he would have been better off with the Force, just because like if that TP gets ulted or something by the Viper, he can just force her out and she'll be perfectly fine. But if he does get the Ags, it could actually be game changing. So I think we'll see how it'll work either way. They really do need a force though. I think on maybe like the Shadow Shaman or something. Because they really like VG only has Fissure to stun. Then you can, if you can turn around and you get slowed by Visage or Viper or Drow, you just force them out and that person will be fine. So the DP and the Ags wards can just like siege down a Rax, and if the DP gets initiated on you, Forcer. With this Aegis though, if they do the exact same thing they just did mid in another lane and they get another set of Raxes, I don't really think that like a Lycan can split push effectively against that. It'll be really hard for VG at that point.
VG Game, IG just took Roshan, completely uncontested. VG Gaming didn't even come out of their base, and IG were very much aware of this. They've still left this aggressive observer ward sitting inside the Radiant base. So with that, they can see everything they want to. But VG Gaming are playing the patient game. They're waiting for IG to come in. The Lycan keeps the split push going on the side with just its minions. The Familiars do their work on the bottom lane, and eventually IG will just try and force out one of these lanes. And when they do, VG try and get a good positioning and try and fight it. Or if they can, get a good trade-off. And find their farm in the meantime. And they are going to smoke up. I think that was spotted. I think that might have just been a little bit visible there. And IG
they
will
just
back
pinged
up.
everyone, yeah.
Yeah,
they're
like,
back. Get back, get back. They're coming. Everyone retreat to the base and we'll fight there.
Oh, Familiars, no. They scout out
Don't
June.
try and kill the Familiars.
They see him up on top of the hill. Sean's already back into base, and well, VG Gaming, they do find Ferrari outside the base, as well as June, but then they see all 5 players of Invictus Gaming here, and they don't have a creep wave, and they're still battling up against the super seismic creeps anyway.
Counter chase smoke.
Difficult to do.
They have a bat though, so if they can get a good pull on someone, like they can just kill that person and then push off of it, and he's literally just running at them. I think I said this is on here.
They got him. Dragon back, Exorcism, the Fidget trying to fly him from space, but he is gone.
Oh, yeah. They're just gonna run down mid now and then try and push into another Rax with the Exorcism Max Words.
Well, they're gonna get Fenrir picking him up.
Buyback.
This is a portal Earth Shaker. He just picked up his Blink Dagger. I say pause. Nice. He got his Blink out. You gotta remember that wasn't a Yule Scepter, that was a Brewmaster sender. If it was a Yule, he would have took the damage and wouldn't have been able to hit the ground. But I mean, blink away when he hit the ground.
Send home, I think. Chizbug, no. Chorn probably could have saved him there. Oh well, it was dangerous. If you turned around and tried to send him home and like he gets blown up anyways and then he dies too, that's really bad. If just one of them dies, it's not that bad. So it's just once.
IG should be looking at high ground now. Like there's no lasso, there's no exorcism, there's no split. Hand of God is available.
They're definitely doing that. Do still have an Aegis on Panda though.
Yeah, that's true. But you've got everyone up for VG Gaming, where IG have no ultimates. And what are you going to do? Brandon being a brawler on the front lines? That still should be enough to bring down the like a counter Rax. The Drow Ranger Aura, they're actually holding onto it for now. The Familiars will drop and come back up again. If he turns that Aura on with the Howl bonus,
back up
they're going to bring down this tier 3 tower in a matter of moments. And then a blink back away to safety. Super going to get stunned up. The mech and then Jericho Slam jumping. They're going to go for Luo. But remember, well, actually no, he's got nothing left. There's no Aegis to protect him. The Aegis will be reclaimed. They've already got the kill on the Batrider. He'll buy back in the game. Shackles over on FY. We'll send back to base. Trying to keep these heroes alive as long as they possibly can. That's now the last Su. Catching out Super. They hold him and they attack him inside the base. The rest of VG Gaming are bailing out. They couldn't bring down the tier 3 tower. IG successfully defending. But it did cost them the buyback on the Batrider.
You can't afford that at this point. Yeah, that's a good trade for them for sure. And they have Exorcism up. Shadow Shaman wards are down for a while, but they can still slow siege a base with just Exorcism without relying on the Shadow Shaman as well. Just if they have both up, it's like a really easy fight for them. At this point, they can either push and try and just siege the base with that problem, or they can look for picks on Lycan. If they can pick Lycan off, he doesn't have buyback. And I think without Lycan, like kind of running around and create space for them, PG is just going to get run over. Like, if they can just focus solely on the Drow, because he's like their main source of damage at that point, they just blow up the Drow, they can kill off the Visage Birds at their leisure, and it's a pretty easy fight for them. But with Lycan, like, constantly running in and out, they have to be more afraid, and they have another target to worry about. Looks like they're just going to do the slow siege, though, which it's going to... Oh, they're just going straight for it, because mid's pushed in.
Yeah, no backdoor regeneration, so push it up. There's no fortification either to help VG Gaming defend this. And IG purposely actually not coming in too far. New familiar snap and the fissure. Oh, that's big. Ferrari is gone straight away. The Aegis model will be triggered. June with the drag back. He's able to push up Black and catch him out with the Chen Yukes, the Centaur stomps. There's no buyback from the Dro Ranger. But Ice into the BKB form. Searching for an opening, but he can't kill in. The Brewling's off just yet. Super's BKB form also can be worn off. The Familiar's back in the fight, but the ball lost their Dro buff up.
5 seconds on Chiswick wards. He's trying to wait for it so he can get the racks guaranteed.
Oh, he's got it, man. The ward's dropped. And that's immediately down. Ferrari going to get fished up. The jump in by Fenrir. No Echo Slam available. Sent up in towards the air by the Yule Scepter of the Crop. And Brewmaster in for the clap. The make charge, the familiar damage. It's going to be up to kill a Ferrari before Chorn's able to send him back. Ice might be trapped up for the moment, but now the Hoof Stomp, the War Stomp out. What am I talking about? The other thing, the Chen Totem out. They'll catch up 2 other heroes of IG. Super with a double kill. And the Crobulus the only one to survive, but now it's a second Raxing, which has been done, and the Viper still dies the attack of the Shadow Shaman and Mass Serpent Wards, which are inside the base.
Yeah, it's really hard for them to do anything at this point. They have buyback on every hero but Batrider as well. So, I don't know. Death Prophet's Hall will be up by the time they get to the base if they try and push now. And at this point, like, VG or IG is, if they don't have to use their buybacks here, they can actually just all in suicide that top racks and just like they don't have to care. If they buyback, they have to just buyback defend the nation of Megas, and there's no way that VG can win against that. And I think if they get like, as long as she doesn't get instantly, okay, they've reversed. To do. Yeah, he literally just like casted the words and top right now, and then they just suicide at them in the game. It's so great. I don't know what they can do at this point. It's on IG. They need to like keep on pressure, try and like somehow pick IG apart before they can group up and keep the switched in. But I don't know if that's even possible seriously because they really don't want to like pick off potential.
This is a this is gonna come up. Try and clear the masses more when they drop. Like I said, like I think they have to die crazily because it protects the mass ones and lets them do the job. But if they don't do that, and lets them pick off, then maybe they call off. But at the same time, then IG just waits another 2 minutes or so for the rotation to be buff cooldown with the mass ones and push again. So just consistent.
It looks scary.
It could be fun. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Smoke. Moves with bottom lane to try and control this. Besides just resum one step at a time anyway. But this has to be the win. Like if they're gonna go for this, they can't though. The top lane's not pushed out far enough. The mid lane's gonna reach their tier 4 towers before they actually get any kind of advantage. IG already backed up. Like everyone's missing from the lanes, the things pushing. They know something's wrong. They put themselves and have their own smoke.
Yeah, this is smart. I mean, this is the personal thing that you do at this point. You know that they're going for this fight and let try and pick someone off and then go for an all-in push or something. And you knock up to your base, wait like 30 seconds until it's safe, and then they just counter. They did the last time doing it pretty well for them. They're just gonna they're gonna push already, but slept pushing. They can just run up the jump wards. They can even try and get it before this mid-wave dies. They really want to get it, but I think they're going to make them tonight.
They come to jumping big right there. The Dro Ranger, he doesn't have time again, short by 360 gold. 70 for the Dro Ranger. This is not what they want to have happen, especially inside time. He's up in towards there. But it's just joy. Mega bring the lure. He's going to go to the moment, but I'm still behind him. Now the users are giving more time to this. And God, the exorcism is gone. And massive award. Where are you? Where the
So ISIS is pretty smooth there. He knew the way they were going to be able to defend that is if they didn't get the words. He just let it run.
Going again, the fissure, catch that Batrider at the same time, bro. He's line super, struck man move moment, and got him. Ferrari in the time. They commit both of them into towards the pin. They're just going to back this up here. Every night says science to make a safety super or not. But Brewery was cornered. For me, she sniped out by the Snowball wants to come up. One.
1, 2.
No, just one. Just one for now. This more time for range and a respawn. SIS as well as find must heal. VG Gaming, hope kept alive with just the fact that IG seems to be throwing their heroes a little bit too ruthless like VG.
Yeah, they got too excited with the pickoff on back there and didn't like regroup and focus. The Panda was too far. I think his BKB ran at the rod, and he like Chuan was forced to send him home, or else he just would have died. If he could pick up a Crusader or a Blink, that would help him out a lot. But he's sent off from both of those items, and yeah, he was out of the fight at that point. He might have been able to like, suicide run at the racks, though. I think he could have made it if he just would have run right at it. He kind of got scared of the Lycan.
I'm gonna flat to the fact that these last two engagements have been happening without a ranger. Like, she's not involved at all.
That's one of the weaknesses of that hero. She just gets blown up like that.
Now, but now that the ranger has money for buyback, it might be possible. VG Gaming have to go out right now. The Wolves coming over to see what's gonna happen with Roshan.
Just one.
Yep, this is the fourth Roshan now. Is it fourth or third? Practice fake use, and Wolves come in. And yeah, VG Gaming not most familiar with too. They're only watching the bottom lane.
They're not committing anything to it.
You can see him being above right and nice. He has to jump in by Benfield, and he comes through. He's bringing down the board from the back on the sideline. Super. This could be big right now. VG Gaming is just hold line. The go protected. The crop is a little bit long, and now Super on the sidelines. Be protection. Einstein sides up. Another future. Trying to find some space that his system is just going to calm Einstein sides up. And everyone in the game with a familiar help off. Need more space. There's still more available for 3 heroes, but while that blind didn't really have to use it, and he won't.
Radiant's middle tower is under
powers are on the siege.
Radiant structures are
Fenrir might
fortified.
have delayed. Roshan's still going. The master boards are on the deck. Fenrir could go for the hell play, but it looks like they're going to give him a round.
Cheese and it just cheese and stuff. And yeah, is he gonna go?
Roshan has fallen to the
You're talking about Lure? Trying to
Yeah.
fix targets one.
Yeah, it's a because he's having a sad time. They're really focusing on Will Smart. I mean, he did a lot of damage against his world down, but and he's like a lot of their control. They're really killing it too well. Like they're also thinking at this point, and Master gets can hate it out. Like I said, just reduces damage heavily. It looks like they're just gonna run it top now. Their lane's heavily pushed in, and they're just gonna run at top. It's a butterfly black. I think he has a vibe now, right? Yeah. It's kind of interesting. I think Bio might actually be more like this in the full butterfly, but let's see.
I was like we lost some frame rate during that last fight. I apologize for that one. I don't know, but we're losing just a little frame rate. Looks like everything's stable again. Black, more money for him. I'm so certain about him sacrificing my back, but I suppose at this point it's not enough kind of thing. He needs the butterfly. He also needs to have.
Yeah.
It's really weird seeing a range without having the.
It wouldn't help in this game though at all. The big problem is the Tigers just like run at him and don't actually have anything but Fenrir to effectively stop it. So it's kind of like it's really hard for Fenrir to get a good vision off before it's unreliable and he has to be in position for all the time. And that's just been like or Blast just both. Black's been like kinda up sometimes, just trying to like push out the creep waves or like stop them from like hitting the tower and just gets picked. There's nothing bigger to do about it. They're gonna smoke around through the mid.
Yeah,
They're gonna go for the drone or they're gonna go for the racks. Let's see. I think they do have forts, so if they both boards down on the drone, I don't think they can win a fight because they can't focus the boards and extend.
That's
like has an AC.
Yeah, the fresh AC over on line can give major advantage. That means there's still no buyback on Viper, Massage, and Shaker. They're the ones that have sacrificed themselves to start for this. And they're pulling out again to now reinsert. I'm also wondering why Paul is currently holding the dude.
The gem. I think you want to give them gem instead of hold.
Drop the bottle. They do drop the bottle at the moment. Charges inside the ball. And just having his ogre club for life.
I mean, kind of. It depends. It's whatever. Well, after it's not gonna be a huge game changer. If he like if it was 100 HP, then like my word.
And VG being so defensive. While all this is going on, you still got Brewmaster farming up inside the jungle. That's so he can finish his protocol cast. So yeah, the Soul Cross coming out as a lot more to be the vitamin offer. And VG getting Singapore. They smoke directly past the server wall. Now, it doesn't break, a couple of things coming off, but Ferrari, the inventory, does that gem protection benefit? It had a gem over an FI. If they waited just a little bit longer, they could have potentially actually caught out Ferrari as he rotated up during the rest of his team.
Yeah, they saw the birds flying with them, it was too obvious.
In fact, the jump already happened. We must split the last overnight. Let's beat up high sides. Put the second and SF boards now down. Some will be matrix. The gaming too. We have to watch Black, probably the closest to them all. He's trying to get rid of these mass circles. No put pitch available. I think he'll put the most to the work. To low light triggers the back. Already got the heroes.
Yeah, just back up.
They took a of Megas are up, and G Gaming is slowly being
they're just like all of them. That's the all run and push, otherwise we lose the game. That's right. I mean, if they wait for Exorcism and double work back up, it's 100% over. Nothing they can do.
Yep.
So might as well go for the all-in push here. They're buying shovels, like, and use the TG. This is the moment that you've been training for VG to go. This will be the old come back.
As soon as they can do it, man. Come on. He's holding back for the moment. You got Ferrari still farming up over on the sideline. The buyback available for you've got Shadow Shum as well as the one step up, but basically her exit. There's really not much more. Then again, you could also buy a straight refresher right now. 6.3k gold is coming on this Robert. And she actually just spent a little bit of 4.5k. It's a talent of evasion. Anything that you can fly up against this, that's what they go for. 2-4 tower. Already they will be triggering it. The house already gone. Ferrari looking to jump in through the rear. They have sentry wall down. Actually using it just on an illusion. They let the real Ferrari come in, they're focusing the right down. Instead of going for 4 towers, Ferrari just split yourself. Sure, able to light up on Super, drag it back in Henry. He won't be able to get the this fight. Keeping on life, gets the hand of God up here. Puts up the weight. Ferrari gets time. Familiar's walled up. Image is stuck. He's holding by the side position. Nothing works for him. Exodum gonna call problems, but low on life. Now that is back. Dead to right. Ferrari, Henry, yeah. He comes up flanks on the line, this TG. No matter how hard Super is trying, he cannot defend against his big 3 player. And it will be the winners going to take this game. They were definitely on the ropes as they were able to take the first 2 games but lost 3rd and 4th in a convincing fashion. VG Gaming, but they hold on and they had patience more than anything else that game. They had patience.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You never hear the one that gets you.
Dead ringers. I lost fear. How about that? Somebody's cooking.